Hello, hello everyone. Welcome. Good afternoon. Welcome, Mace. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, Miracles. Thank you for inviting people. Go ahead and feel free to share this with your followers, your viewers, your friends. And today, hello, Barbie. Missed you too, my love. How have you been? Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome. Today, we are talking all about positioning ourselves. Productive. Oh, good. Good, good, good. I'm glad you're using up, the moon's energy because it is an energy of productivity. So today we're talking about positions. And as always, we start with a position of the day. And today I actually want us to begin with a position from a very new deck. I just opened it right before the scope, and it is the Kama Sutra deck. So I got myself the Kama Sutra Tarot and Tarot del Kama Sutra. And we are going to be using this deck today for our position of the day. Let's see what position wants to come up to be shared with all of us. Okay, here we go. Wonderful. Hello. So here is our position. It is Knave of Pentacles. And that is our position in the Kama Sutra. Oh, the Knight. It's the Knight. Cool. So here is what I am getting with this card. Right? There's so much energy in this. And one of the interesting things is that there isn't a lot of eye contact here, right? That lover's gaze is not being engaged. So this tells me, right, that there is a sense of like mystery to this position. And Night is all about someone coming into your fast. In from your past, into your life from your past. Okay, thank you, Miracles. Thank you, my love. So that's our position. And today we're actually talking positions, right? Because this is one of the many, many topics that has to do with our sexuality that people are not talking about, right? We are not talking about different sexual positions and how to improve your skill, right? We assume that we are all talented and that we can all, just go on this adventure called intimacy and sexual relations and not actually have, more conversation with that. So today we are going to talk about positions, and I want to talk a bit about differences and preferences between men and women, right? Because there have been a few studies about preferences. And then we're going to really dive deep into some resources. I want to give you guys some resources. Do you support worldwide women's suffrage? I support, gender equality and worldwide. Yeah. Okay. So in terms of men, there is some study that shows that men actually prefer the doggy style position. And there are studies that show that most women prefer missionary, right? That's the standard man on top or missionary position. So that by no means, although that is culturally, I think, the two positions that most people talk about, right? Those are the two, almost like the two extremes, right? But there's so much in between that, right? And I want to talk about that because this is one of the things that happens is that it gets boring. And it gets boring because we're constantly going into the same positions. We're doing the same routine all the time. And I know that there are people out there wanting to spice things up, wanting to become more adventurous and gain, you know, insight on new things, new tricks that they can apply with their partner to really reinvigorate things. So I want to talk about Love 69. Cool. So that is another position, 69. So I want to share with you, this is the first book I want to share. It's the Daily Sex book. It's what I've been doing the Daily Sex positions from. And what's nice is it's a whole year of positions, right? And you get a description. So she names each position uniquely. You get a position, you get the instructions, and you also get a little thermometer over here. And you actually get to rate each position after you try it. So, you know, you rate it from sizzling, you know, cold, warm, hot, or sizzling. And you get to do this with each position. So this is a good book that you can actually use with your partner, go through a whole year, and then maybe like the second year, go back to all of the hot and sizzling positions and like leave out the cold and warm ones, right? And really get to know what each of you prefer. And I think that is one of the main points I want to drive home today, is that it's all about preference, right? We each have our own preferences. And it's about having an open mind, an open curiosity for understanding and getting to know what you like and also what your partner likes. So another book, a bit older, but this is kind of like one of the classic books, is The Ultimate Sex Book. And it does come with a CD, which is kind of nice. And this one is one of these books that you really, it's more for technique. So one of the things, let's see. Okay, so let's do this page here. So for example, in this book, this is what an average page would look like. This is all about giving him a sensual massage. So it's really giving you a breakdown in technique, your positioning, how to really engage in it sensually, and also some tips on what areas are most, you know, tense, the areas most tense. You know, it also gives certain programs like stages of fantasy. For example, this page here, it's really going into depth on, you know, in terms of fantasy, there's first the physical and the mental, the physical stimulation, then really the lovemaking comes in. You know, this is all about enacting fantasies, right? So if you're into bondage and BDSM, this is another book if you want to explore that. And Anne Hooper is one of the leading experts in the field. So this is another book, and again, this is The Ultimate Sex Book. Fun stuff there. And then the last book that I want to talk about is Advanced Sexual Techniques. And this is a book really exactly for that. If you have already kind of tried a lot of different things and you want to perfect your craft, perfect your skills, this is the type of book that you would buy. And it has different exercises. It does have tips and information about new things in it. So in here it talks about the G-spot, it talks about Kegel exercises and strengthening your pelvic floor. Which position is good? They're all good. It depends on your preference. And I think that is the biggest message here today is that it all depends on what you like. Yes, it does. Let's not talk about what I like. Let's talk about what you like. So these are the books that I really recommend. And, you know, one of the things with positions is just being adventurous, right? Not every time is it going to come out perfect, and you might have, you know, you might pull a muscle trying something new out, but that's part of the excitement. That's part of the fun. Now, I do recommend, you know, for those of us, hello, Miriam, welcome. For those of us who enjoy the tarot decks, one of the things that I do recommend is you can get a tarot. For example, I have here the Erotica Tarot, and this one also has positions, and this one's a little more graphic, and I'll just give you a visual of the graphicness. But for example, that is an image of the Two of Swords. And these are positions, you know, some of these you can try, right? You can buy a deck of position cards, and really engage in play through that, right? So part of it is also the adventure, right? It's part of what makes it fun. It's part of what adds to the adrenaline and, you know, the rush that you get, and also to the orgasm, right? So I really encourage you to play around with it, right? To really see what positions most are appealing to you. And one of the things I wanted to just mention briefly is that, you know, sometimes we see a position in a porn video, and it seems really easy, right? It seems like a very standard, straight up position. And then we engage in it and it's not so easy. So take that with a grain of salt, right? Take it, because it's not everything is going to be how it appears on a video, or how they describe it in a video, or in a book. You know, you have your unique anatomy, so does your partner, and you kind of have to work with that. So that's part of the adventure. So I do want to leave like a few minutes. I have like 3 minutes to just any questions about positions, how to bring this up with your partner. I think that the best way is to really just engage in it in a way of curiosity, right? Of really bringing in, you know, I want to bring more excitement into our life, more adventure. How do you feel about, you know, trying new positions, or trying X or Y or Z, whatever you're interested in trying. Last question. What is your question? How has the cards helped you? Okay. Did licking, ending, sucking is good or bad? So good or bad, I don't believe in good or bad. You know, I believe things just are. You either like them or you don't. It doesn't necessarily make them good or bad. In terms of how have the cards helped me, you know, I am able to really connect more with the adventurous side of myself, the side that's curious, my own sexuality, right? My own sensuality, my expression of love. So these are things that come about when you really get to know yourself, your body, and what your preferences are. The same thing, you know, with trying different positions. You might find a new type of orgasm, or a different way to reach orgasm based on the positioning, right? Because it might be hitting a certain nerve that you haven't felt before. So these are things to keep in mind when exploring new positions, that you might experience different senses of pleasure. Can you see tarot for me? I'm not sure what you're asking. So that is pretty much what I have to share with you all about positions. So go out there, get yourself a book, or just, Google it. There's the Kama Sutra, which talks about techniques and how to acquire a wife. And, some of it is more antiquated and old school, and some of it is very much new age and, on edge. So I really just invite you to explore. That's really the point of this video today, is an invitation to explore. Actually, I am more interested in oral sex. Yes, and there's a lot of different techniques with oral sex as well. So it's not just, positions that are intercourse, but there's also lots of positions where you can engage in oral sex and really explore both giving and receiving oral sex. So I invite you to explore that area as well. Okay, everyone, so that is it for me for today. I hope you have a very passionate evening, and until tomorrow, new topic tomorrow. If you have any requests on any topics, do let me know, either here on a message, or you can go onto my website, sexualitypower.com, and let me know through a message. Now, I do just want to show you, this is my website, sexualitypower.com. And if you have missed the 7 keys to awakening your sexual power, here they are. You just click on there and you will claim your 7 keys. And you can also catch me on Catch Me and watch the videos now through May 1st. After May 1st, all of my previous videos will be on YouTube. So that is it all for joining me. Bye.